Hello and welcome to my OoTR beginner routes guide for Forest Temple. Forest Temple is a pretty standard temple that you'll have to do on a lot of seeds, and it's relatively slow and has a very linear route. So knowing how to do it efficiently and fast is going to be very helpful for just doing your seeds in a quick fashion. All you'll need to be able to get into Forest Temple and complete it is your first strength, hookshot, and bow. There is the logical requirement of needing to have a minuet or Saria song to access the temple itself, but if you learn how to do Mito skip, which is a in logic allowed trick, or not in logic, but it's an allowed trick within the standard settings, you don't actually need any songs to be able to get here and finish the temple. That being said, start off by going in. As soon as you walk in, you want to hold Z, do 3 side hops and a roll during your last side hop. This will set you up nicely so you can use the hook shot and go straight up to a high part on the vines. It'll save you a little bit of time, and also you won't spawn the Wolfos, which is nice because then they won't try to knock you off when you first start climbing. It's obviously a Skulltula right up there to your right, that if you want to get that, you can. Jump across the log. This will be your first check. Once you get that, you'll just want to jump down here, continue going. I usually like to come into this dungeon with Deku Nuts. It makes things a lot easier. Like with the Skulltulas, you can just go right past them. Once you get to the main room, obviously, this part will be closed, so you'll first want to go and do this chest. There's obviously another Skulltula right there, so you can grab that one if you need him. Go through the corridor. Fight these guys however you want. I prefer crouch stabbing. I think it's the easiest, and I recommend learning it if you don't know how to do it. Helps with a lot of fights. Right, take them out. And you'll get your second chest. If you're running low on health for any reason, there's a heart in this pot and a fairy in this one. So there's always, there's actually surprisingly a lot of health in this dungeon that you can get. So you'll head up back to the main room. Now you'll want to go left. Since we're coming in here with bow, we can just go straight to this door from the start. This also means that you do not need Song of Time to be able to clear it like you would in a vanilla gameplay. Once you get here, if you need more Deku Nuts, you can kill this guy. He drops a pack of 3 if you don't hit him from the stem like that. So that makes him drop a stick. If you kill him where he withers down, he'll drop 3 Deku Nuts. There's a chest up here that you can hook shot to. Another gold Skulltula. Once you get up here, you're going to want to come over to this wall. Stand over here, do a roll, backflip, another roll, and this will set you in a position where you can hook shot. Just pull straight down until it stops moving, and you'll be able to get onto the vines and do a shortcut. If you have long shot, you actually don't need the setup because you have plenty of length with the long shot to be able to get up. But otherwise, do that little quick setup, and then you drain the well. After draining the well, you'll want to go into this room. Kill the bubble. Yeah. And that'll get you the map chest, which is open on the other side for some reason. Go through the adjacent door. Jump down. And then jump into the well on this side. You'll be right in front of this chest and you'll be able to get that. Then hook shot far up onto the vines and climb out. An important thing to note about this dungeon is that it has 5 keys in total. So You'll have to be aware of like what keys you have and which ones you don't. Although it's not a huge big deal because you can't really get key locked easily in this dungeon since it's very linear. Just use another Deku Nut to go past this Skulltula. Now there is a bit of a different route you can do in this area depending on what items you have. So very quickly I'll show you a strat that if you have HoverBoots you can skip doing some of the normal stuff. So equip the HoverBoots on this platform, roll over to here, and then you can roll into this doorway. This will bring you to where the guy over here is, which is another chest. You can do a jump slash, kill all these guys. These guys can also be killed with the hook shot or the bow. Or you can do a spin attack and that usually will kill them all. Which gets you a chest right here. And then you would continue like you would normally through the dungeon. And I will show you how to get to that room if you do not have HoverBoots. There is a strat you can do with a sword slash to be able to get there from this room, but it's a bit of a more advanced strat. So if you want to figure that out, you can look up some tutorial guides, or maybe I'll make one for this. So the block push room is pretty slow, but there's nothing really too complicated about it. You'll want to pull the first green block all the way over, then push it in as far as you can. Then you'll want to head up the ladder here. And push the red block all the way forward. Come here, shoot the eye. I'll drop you a chest right here. Jump over to here, side hop back. And that'll put you right in front of the green block. So now we can push this one forward. Climb up. And now push the red one forward. Climb up one more time. And we'll go to this ladder. You'll want to shoot the eye before you actually go through this door the first time. Once you shoot the eye, open the door with the key. And get the boss key check. Once you get that, if you did not do the HoverBoot strat from before, jump down here. Kill the two bubbles. And this will bring you back into the courtyard. It's a good thing to note that over here, if you walk on this pillar, there's a gold Skulltula you can get right here on the wall. So obviously, if you had not had the HoverBoots to get over here before, this would be when you do this chest now, and then you would climb back up. It's good to note that if you have Furrow's Wind, you can also set it at the top before you jump down, which helps with the speed of having to climb back up. But assuming you don't have it, then you would just climb up back as normal. It is important to note that those blocks do need strength 1, which is the only reason why you need strength 1 for this temple. Otherwise, all you really need is hookshot and bow. So come back here, shoot the eye again to recurve the room, or retwist it. Alright, so now you gotta shoot the Post Sisters. I usually like to stand right here and shoot the ones that I can until there's only one painting left. A store jump slash, and then shoot the painting. So you can use Deku Nuts to make them become invisible immediately, so you don't have to wait. They take 3 jump slashes to kill. This will, of course, get you another chest. So, chest right there. Roll forward, throw a Deku Nut. It'll always stun this guy. Gets a free hit on him. So, kill him. You can do the same kind of thing here when the other 2 Stalfos pop up. You can throw a Deku Nut and stun them both. Makes it a little easier to not have them both on you at once. And then you'll be able to get the bow check. It is also good to note that each one of these pots in this room has a heart in it. So if you're ever running low, you can grab some from right there. You always want to leave on the blue side of the room, where we're going to kill another ghost. So, stand right here. You can get the bottom and the top one. I always like to make sure I have a stored jump slash. So you kill this one the same way you would the red ghost. This gets you another check right here. It's also good to know that your key count, once you have done all the checks up to this point, should give you 2 more keys. If you don't have 2 keys, you must have missed a check because there's no other logical way to continue otherwise. Go through this door. Jump over to this platform. Continue into this room. So with this room, if you have fire arrows, you can actually just shoot this immediately. You can also use Din's Fire over there. Like if you jump over to the platform, right under it, you can use Din's Fire. If you don't have either of those, just jump onto one of the platforms, wait for it to go around, shoot through the fire. It's a very lenient hitbox, so don't worry about aiming directly at the eye too much. You can miss by a little bit around it and still get the hitbox. Jump back to the door. Go back through the twisted room. When you jump down here, you can actually run forward. If you get onto the white piece right here, you can just actually get a bit of a head start and make a faster cycle. So go right here, hit the switch. Then you have enough time to roll and get this chest. Then continue on forward. So for the green ghost, you obviously have to do this puzzle. It's really easy. You're going to want to push this block forward. Pull this block back. Push this one forward and then to the side. Push this one forward 3 times. Then push it down. It'll always give you that pattern, so you shouldn't have any issues messing it up. Alright. Now you're done with all the normal ghosts. Let's get those arrows. There's only one more ghost to kill, which is Meg. Go past the Skulltula. Jump down and fight Meg. So Meg will always be the spinning one. A good thing to note is that if you're low on arrows or want to conserve them, you can actually use the hook shot. It does the same amount as damage. So it just saves on arrows so you don't have to spend them. And with Meg out of the way, there's only one more check left in the temple. Besides, of course, Phantom Ganon heart piece. So when you jump down here, you're going to want to always push this room in this direction. Come on, push it. Yeah. So always push it counterclockwise. Otherwise, it's going to take you forever to actually do this. Alright. Kill the Skulltula. Here's your last check. And of course, a nice gold Skulltula up there if you want him as well. Go back over. Push it one more time. Hit the switch right here. And go fight Phantom Ganon. So he doesn't start the fight immediately, so you'll want to side hop in, hop back to the door, and that'll start the fight. The first phase of Phantom Ganon is pretty simple. If you've played the game before, you probably know how to deal with him, but there's definitely some tricks that you can do to make the second phase a lot easier. So I'll try to show those off. It's also good to note that the second phase of Phantom Ganon can be defeated in one cycle with the Big Goron Sword, but it's extremely difficult and probably impractical to do with the Master Sword, so you'll probably want to just go for a 2-cycle on that if you don't have Big Goron. So just shoot the painting that has him. He'll always be the one that has more color. So you can see this one is the real one. It has like the silver. See if I can try and find the fake one on the next one to show you what I mean by it's darker. You can kind of tell. So like this one's clearly the fake one. It doesn't light up as much. While this one has a lot more detail and color. So once he spawns in, shoot an arrow at him. He'll be really low. And you're going to want to obviously try to hit it back. But you want to stand really close to him so that when you hit it back to him, it hits him immediately and you don't have to do the ping pong. There it missed. So sometimes even when it's this close, it just has issues. But then when he goes up really high, you don't want to actually hit it back to him. You want to wait for him to go low. If he's really high up, it's going to be a lot harder to actually hit him with the one time. So see how it like ping pongs is a lot harder? But if you're right under him, it's not actually an issue. This fight's a lot harder because I'm not used to hold targeting. Forgot that that was on. But it's not a very terribly difficult boss. And that's essentially all of Forest Temple. It's still a really linear dungeon and doesn't have a lot of variety going for it. So if you learn the most basic of routes, which I would consider this to be it, you're not really going to be changing it up very often. The most that will really happen within your routing with Forest Temple as you get better as a player is really just going to be coming in earlier with less items and trying to get as many checks as possible. But once you have the core 3 items that I have listed on the screen, there's really not much else to it. That's all there really is for Forest Temple. If you have any questions or you need help with anything, just leave it in the comments below. I'll try to get to you and help you out. But that's going to be Forest Temple. Pretty simple. Hope you have a good day.